He was originally the Grandmaster of Tomb Thieves Niu TrueDao who bravely raided mysterious tombs. Unfortunately, he was surrounded by Jianshi due to unexpected circumstances along the way. He narrowly escaped death and unexpectedly traveled to the ancient immortal cultivation world. Fortunately, he was rescued by the old man. He was bestowed with a miraculous cultivation method. He was gifted a mysterious treasure mirror. The old man passed away suddenly. He faced a chaotic world full of unknowns. Where should Niu TrueDao go next? Just now, this person is still grave robbing. He was praising the layout of the tomb while walking forward with a cane. Suddenly, there was a click sound. He actually stepped on a trap that cut off his retreat. A group of Jianshi suddenly ran out from the darkness behind him. After a fierce battle, they cleared out the Jianshi. Blowing up the blocked falling rocks, he looked around. In the empty tomb chamber, there was only a statue sitting there. After a search, he found a bronze mirror at the neck of the statue. Niu TrueDao dashed to the shoulder of the statue. As soon as he took off the bronze mirror, the tomb chamber began to collapse. He signaled Monkey to retreat quickly. Suddenly, he couldn't dodge in time and was hit by the falling giant rock on the spot. A mouthful of stale blood sprayed out directly. He didn't know how long it passed. He opened his eyes and looked around at the unfamiliar surroundings. Before he could figure out what was going on, he was helped up by an old man with a white face and white beard. "Brother, where is this place?" He was originally the Grandmaster of Tomb Thieves Niu TrueDao who braved mysterious tombs. Unfortunately, there was an unexpected event along the way. He crossed into the ancient immortal cultivation world. Faced with Niu TrueDao's friendly smile, the old man sat back in his original position. "I am a disciple of the Supreme Purity Sect, Donghua. This place is Purple Cloud County of the Yin Empire." Listen to the old man's answer. Niu TrueDao was completely confused. Is this old man acting here? Do you think wearing ancient clothing can make you pretend to be ancient people? Young man, I don't have much time left. There is something I need to ask you for help with. As the old man spoke, he activated his vital qi. He completely disregarded Niu TrueDao's thoughts. He turned his lifelong cultivation level into 36 amulets with a single palm. And he imparted the amulets to Niu TrueDao amidst Niu TrueDao's shocked expression. The elder finished imparting all the cultivation methods. Without waiting for Niu TrueDao to speak, the elder told him, "Drift along the river for 300 miles. You will come across a waterfall. That is the Supreme Purity Sect. When you arrive, tell them you are my disciple Donghua." Niu TrueDao was completely confused at this point. "Why should I go to the Supreme Purity Sect? And why should I pretend to be your disciple? This doesn't make any sense." Without waiting for Niu TrueDao's refusal, the elder took out a bronze mirror. He instructed him to bring the bronze mirror to the Supreme Purity Sect and hand it over to the sect leader. The elder also warned him never to let the bronze mirror fall into anyone else's hands. Niu TrueDao took the bronze mirror. He was puzzled as the bronze mirror was exactly the same as the one he had removed from the statue. He saw his current appearance in the bronze mirror. He was about to ask the old man. He found that the old man had already left on a crane to the west. Niu TrueDao was puzzled. Suddenly he heard the cawing of a crow coming from outside the door. With a loud caw, the crow flew towards Niu TrueDao. Niu TrueDao raised his hand, and a beam of light shot out. With a muffled sound, the crow turned into dust. Until this moment, Niu TrueDao only believed that he had crossed over at this moment. And this world is very dangerous. The scene turns and arrives at Supreme Purity Sect. The leader of Supreme Purity Sect, holding his chest, returned to the sect alone. He spurted a mouthful of blood as soon as he arrived at the sect. "Here, please inform the 3 elders to come and see me. I have an important announcement to make." Continuing from before, the 3 elders from the Supreme Purity Sect arrived in front of the sect leader. Hearing that Tang Mu intends to pass on the position of sect leader to junior brother Donghua, The three elders all voiced their opposition. Position of the leader of the Supreme Purity sect. It has always been passed down from disciple to disciple, not from junior brother to junior brother. But the disciples are all too young. They are not capable of taking on such a big responsibility. Elder Tang Susu hesitates to appoint Donghua Haoran as the sect leader, using his friendship with Ning Royal Prince Shang Jianba as an excuse. She refuses him the role because Shang Jianba attempted to cut off the source of spiritual qi, making cultivators around the world hate him to the core. If Donghua Haoran becomes the sect leader, he would then be at odds with cultivators worldwide. Sect leader Tang Mu informs them that Shang Jianba has already been assassinated, so there is no need to worry about being enemies with other cultivators. When they heard about Shang Jianba being assassinated, everyone was shocked on the spot. After all, Shang Jianba is the younger brother of the emperor of the Yan Empire. When the city gate is on fire, the calamity will spread far and wide, and his death will undoubtedly cause chaos within the Yan Empire, leading to turmoil across the land. The Supreme Purity sect cannot be without a sect leader. Hence, the position of sect leader should be passed on to junior brother Donghua. My decision is final, and no one can disobey. Upon hearing the sect leader's command, Tang Susu inquired about any secrets between them, whether it is related to the reappearance of the ancient legendary artifact Skyward Mirror across the land. These questions will have answers once junior brother assumes the role of sect leader. Then, he instructed everyone that after his death, they must keep it a secret to avoid bringing calamity to the Supreme Purity sect. Just as the words were spoken, the sect leader met his end. The scene suddenly changes. Arriving at the Niu TrueDao's side, he is proudly admiring himself in the bronze mirror. Time travel has turned him into a handsome man. This wave is not bad. I remember now. This little handsome guy is named Niu TrueDao, and he is an orphan nearby. While Niu TrueDao was contemplating, an old lady ran towards him. Through conversation, it was learned that yesterday Niu TrueDao went out to find food and encountered the military miscreants, and had to escape to the dilapidated temple. Niu TrueDao just happened to time travel into his body. The old lady wants to call Niu TrueDao back to the village. Niu TrueDao told her that he is not going back. He looked at Donghua Haoran's body. Niu TrueDao decided to see it as the old man granting him cultivation power. He plans to send his body to the Supreme Purity sect. That's it. Niu TrueDao sat alone on a bamboo raft, eating grilled fish, heading towards the direction of the Supreme Purity sect. He suddenly heard someone on the road shouting for help. He turned around to look. The person shouting for help was carried away by a spear. The person riding the horse suddenly noticed Niu TrueDao on the boat. The young man quickly approached us. We have something to ask you. Niu TrueDao thought that the opposite might be military miscreants. He quickly pretended to be deaf and dumb, who knew that the newcomers were merciless. They took out their longbows and shot an arrow towards Niu TrueDao with a swoosh. Continuing the conversation, faced with the dark arrows shot from the shore, Niu TrueDao dodged to the side. Good agility. Niu TrueDao returned an international gesture to him. The woman on the opposite side is not playing fair. With a wave of her hand, a row of archers are ready to launch. She is accompanied by a group of people. I can't beat them. With a splash, Niu TrueDao jumped into the river. He stuck his head out of the water and begged for mercy from the woman on the boat. General, you are magnanimous. Please spare me. All right, come under my command and join the army. Then I will spare you. I am not interested in being your soldier. Can you be a man? Even facing death, Niu TrueDao still tries to flirt with the female general. A little chick who hasn't even grown feathers dares to talk tough. Kid, I still have to continue clearing out the military miscreants and don't have time to play with you. Now it's chaotic everywhere with soldiers and horses. Let me give you a clear path. As I speak, throw a plaque to Niu TrueDao. Come to Broad County with a plaque to find me. With your skills, I guarantee you a worry-free life. The plaque only bears the character man. Received. Please don't underestimate my ability to recognize kindness. The crowd gradually disappeared from view. Niu TrueDao hurriedly climbed from the river onto the boat. Suddenly a chill swept over. It's too cold, I'm losing feeling. Am I going to freeze to death? Suddenly a warm stream surged from my feet to my body. Directly dried the clothes. He instantly felt warmth throughout his body. It turned out that the old man had taught him a cultivation method that saved him. The cultivation method of the Supreme Purity sect is truly amazing. The scene changes. Niu TrueDao arrives at Supreme Purity sect. Are the people of Supreme Purity sect here? Who is making a fuss in the territory of Supreme Purity sect? What brings you to the Supreme Purity sect? He sent me to find you. Do you know this person? Ah, Master Donghua. Don't leave. I'll go report to Elder right away. It seems like I'm in trouble. The scene changed. Everyone gathered around Niu TrueDao. Soon, Niu TrueDao explained the reasons and consequences of the matter to everyone. You encountered Master Donghua in the abandoned temple before he passed away. Did he accept you as his disciple? Yes. That's why I brought back Shifu's body. Seeing that the sect leader was not there, Niu TrueDao was cautious. He didn't reveal the matter of the bronze mirror. It's all nonsense. How could Donghua Howren accept a wild kid as his disciple? I'll kill you, little trickster. With that, he said. Tang Susu struck out with a palm towards Niu TrueDao. Continuing from the previous conversation, Niu TrueDao arrived at the elder of Supreme Purity sect, who did not adhere to martial ethics. She immediately wanted to send him for his meal, but luckily, Niu TrueDao possessed the amulet taught by Donghua Howren. He was able to escape the danger narrowly. This is your way of treating guests. Saying that, Niu TrueDao turned around and walked away. Sorry for the disturbance. It looks like I came to the wrong place. I will take Shifu away from here. This is the Supreme Purity sect. It was just a misunderstanding. Don't be upset, young brother. Of course. Elder then asked two disciples to take Niu TrueDao to bathe and change clothes. After everyone else had dispersed, a few elders gathered together for a meeting. According to the rules of the Supreme Purity sect, Niu TrueDao is the first choice as the sect leader. The elders will definitely not let him become the sect leader. The scene changes, coming to Niu TrueDao's side. At this moment, he is bathing in the pool. He was thinking that he almost lost his life just after arriving at the Supreme Purity sect. He couldn't help but feel a flutter in his heart. Forget it. Since it has come, let it be. Thinking that he just had to hand over the bronze mirror to sect leader to complete the task. He had just come out of the pool when he met two disciples passing on a message, asking him to go to Supreme Purity Palace for a chat. The scene turns again. He arrived at the Supreme Purity Palace. He learned through the conversation that the sect leader had passed away. When he asked who the current sect leader was, Tang Susu directly asked Niu TrueDao, if you were asked to be the sect leader of the Supreme Purity Palace, would you be willing to? Upon hearing the question from the old lady, Niu TrueDao thought this was a death trap. Absolutely not about becoming sect leader. How could I possibly be the sect leader? Are you sure? Niu TrueDao quickly claimed that he was ignorant and inexperienced. Let them choose someone else who is wise and capable. After repeated confirmations by the elders, Niu TrueDao gave up the position of sect leader. The elders then asked Song Yanqing to accompany him to Peach Blossom Paradise to settle down. Junior brother, it's been tough. Please come with me. My Shifu has passed away, and the sect leader has also died. Then the old lady suddenly wants me to be the sect leader. What's going on? Continuing from the previous post, Niu TrueDao was taken to Peach Blossom Paradise. This is where Donghua Howren used to live. He had just walked to the doorway. He was then pushed into the house by a palm strike from Song Yanqing. Then he clicked the door shut with a snap. What do you mean? Are you treating me like a prisoner? Two disciples outside the door said coldly. You can't go out without our permission. We will deliver food to you regularly. If that's the case, then so be it. As long as there is food and drink, staying here isn't bad. You are quite reasonable. I'm not sure how long has passed. Qin Guishuo and Song Yanqing came to visit Niu TrueDao and asked how he is doing over here. Not bad, not bad. It's 1,000 times better than eating in the village. Just can't go out. A bit bored. Unfortunately, this remote place is not the capital city after all. There is neither a good place to visit nor the hustle and bustle of poetry and literary writing. Senior brother Song started to think about poetry and literary writing because Tang's senior sister likes it. He doesn't know how to write them himself, so he's been feeling troubled recently. After listening to Qin Guishuo's words, Niu TrueDao knew that this was an opportunity. Song Yanqing heard Niu TrueDao say that he can write poems. Song Yanqing, of course, didn't believe it. But when he saw what Niu TrueDao wrote, if love endures, what need is there for daily company? He praised with great words. Junior brother, what other poems and verses do you know? Write them out for me to appreciate. However, before Master passed away, he instructed me to go to the Supreme Purity sect to cultivate properly, and not be distracted by worldly temptations. I just want to cultivate a cultivation method now to become as powerful as you guys. Song Yanqing certainly understands. Niu TrueDao is negotiating terms with him. He agreed instantly. But Niu TrueDao must ensure that what he writes satisfies him. If love endures, what need is there for daily company? When the golden wind meets the jade dew, it surpasses countless joys in the world. Tang Er is very satisfied with this poem. But she knew that this was not written by Song Yanqing. Niu TrueDao, this kid is still a bit useful. What is love? That it moves one to pledge life and death in its name. Once having seen the vast ocean, no water can compare. Once having seen the clouds of Mount Wu, no cloud is like it. The warblers call in the reeds. On the islet in the river. The graceful and virtuous lady. The gentleman's perfect match. Reading these good poems, senior sister Tang fell into contemplation. Every time Song Yanqing goes to Peach Blossom Paradise, he will send good poems and lyrics. Could it be that those were written by the young man? I didn't expect that at such a young age, he could write such touching love poems. The scene shifted to Niu TrueDao's side. The falling flowers stand alone, while in the gentle rain, the swallows fly in pairs. As agreed, take this cultivation method along with the good poem, senior brother. This is the fundamental cultivation method that both the upper and lower members of the Supreme Purity sect cultivate. Niu TrueDao took a look. It's the Supreme Purity Heart Sutra. Niu TrueDao opened it up and realized he didn't understand the meaning of the book at all. When he tried to seek guidance from Song Yanqing, he was directly rejected. WTF. This crappy cultivation method text is obscure and provides no explanation. How am I supposed to cultivate like this? This infuriated Niu TrueDao, and he threw the book directly on the ground. Song Yanqing must have deliberately tried to deceive me by giving me the most useless book. Just then, Elder Tang came over. This is where Patriarch founded the sect. You must cherish it. Although Elder Tang lives here peacefully, Niu TrueDao has cursed Elder Tang in his heart hundreds of times. You are all alone at home. You have never been married. I am Tang Er's paternal auntie. I am preparing to engage her to you. How do you feel about it? What? After hearing Elder Tang's words, Niu TrueDao fell into contemplation. Last time she let me be the sect leader, and now she wants me to marry the sect leader's daughter. What is this old lady up to? This old lady is so cunning. At the thought of this, Niu TrueDao quickly refused. No, no. I am still young and unworthy of senior sister Tang. Your master had agreed to a betrothal with the sect leader. Tang Mu's daughter must marry Donghua's disciple. It is fate. But elder, no need to say more. It's settled. As an enforcing elder, if you disobey, I will not spare you. as long as Tang Yi and Niu TrueDao become married. No one would threaten her position as sect leader again. The scene shifts. Niu TrueDao is by the river, looking into the mirror. He contemplates getting married secretly. My face still looks so young. Do I really have to get married? Besides, Song Yanqing is still thinking of Tang Yi. Wouldn't I be seeking death by interfering now? Suddenly, Niu TrueDao noticed the reflection of the mirror on the water's surface. After a few attempts, he finally realized what was going on. Water gathers the yin and reveals it. This is the shape of the 9 palaces and 8 trigrams. He combines the current time. He presses here, it should be correct. Niu TrueDao lightly pressed behind the bronze mirror with his hand. Immediately, words appeared on the mirror surface. The secret of heaven and earth. He saw the secret of heaven and earth. Niu TrueDao returned to the room and began cultivating the secret of heaven and earth, indeed powerful. Nothing can compare to the Supreme Purity Heart Sutra. Soon, Niu TrueDao's body produced 2 vital qi, 1 yin and 1 yang, and the vital qi began to slowly refine. Donghua Haoran's the amulet of transmitting skills and protection. Although progress is slow, it greatly benefits Niu TrueDao. What a powerful state I will be in if I absorb all of Shifu's cultivation level. What? Tang's senior sister must not marry Niu TrueDao under any circumstances. Disciple sincerely likes Tang's senior sister, and will face divine retribution if there is any deception. I earnestly plead with the 3 elders to bless this union. Yanqing, we have a question for you. Before Tang Mu ascended, he passed on the position of sect leader to Donghua Haoran. Now that Donghua has also ascended, who should succeed as sect leader? According to the sect rules, it should be Niu TrueDao. Hasn't he already voluntarily given up the position of sect leader? Everyone knows that Niu TrueDao is not suitable to be the leader of Supreme Purity sect. With Supreme Purity sect facing challenges, Tang Yi, as the daughter of the sect leader, must bravely take on this responsibility. What does this have to do with senior sister marrying Niu TrueDao? Tang Yi is not a direct disciple of Donghua. She must marry Niu TrueDao in order to gain the acceptance of the sect. Do you think so? Is she willing? She is sacrificing herself for the Supreme Purity sect. Humph! Disciple takes his leave. Song Yanqing turns and leaves. Niu TrueDao dares to snatch a woman with me. You wait for me. Song Yanqing relies on the background of the Song family. Does he think he can act recklessly? The relationship between the Supreme Purity sect and Ning Royal Prince is complicated. Ning Royal Prince was just assassinated. At this time, we cannot afford to provoke the Song family further, which will only make the Emperor more wary. Song Yanqing is afraid he might take covert actions. Niu TrueDao must not have any accidents. Otherwise, Tang Yi will become a suspect in the eyes of both senior and junior disciples. The consequences would be endless. The scene changes. I'm on Niu TrueDao's side now. My name is Tuhan, and I'm here by Elder Su Po's order. Starting from today, I will be responsible for taking care of your daily meals and living arrangements. Niu TrueDao cupped his hands in respect and said, Then, I will have to trouble you. Why replace the previous senior brothers? Tuhan directly ignored Niu TrueDao's question. He turned around and left directly. Where should junior brother send the food box? Does senior brother need help? Niu TrueDao's wedding date is approaching. Supa Elder specially asked the kitchen to prepare a special meal for him. Elder asked me to deliver the food over there. No need to trouble senior brother. Special meal? Elder is really kind to him. I'll see what's inside. Speaking, Qin Guishuo snatched the box meal away. Qin Guishuo and Song Yanqing turned their backs and secretly put poison in the food. After doing all this, they then handed the food back to the junior brother who delivered it. We've checked. The food looks quite abundant. Hurry and deliver it. Watching the junior brother who delivered the food walking away, the two of them let out a sinister laughter. This is Niu TrueDao's share of the meal today. Please accept it. The food delivery disciple handed the meal box to Tu-Han. Tu-Han opened the meal box and took out the silver needle to test it. Indeed, it is poisoned. Did anything happen on the way the meal box was delivered? Disciple met senior brother Song and Chin on the way. They even praised that the food was really delicious. Sure enough, Tu-Han thought of the instructions from Elder Supa. Tu-Han knew that this matter should not be publicized. He personally went to prepare another box meal for Niu TrueDao. Good luck rather than misfortune. Misfortune cannot be avoided. It seems that I have to go through with this marriage. Bow to heaven and earth. Bow to your parents. Bow to each other as husband and wife. Enter the bridal chamber. In the end, Niu TrueDao ended up marrying the sect leader's daughter, senior sister, and I also drank the ceremonial wine together. Our veils were lifted as well. Is it? There are still some sect matters to attend to. I will leave first. Tang Er got up and left, leaving Niu TrueDao alone in the empty room. As seasons changed, Niu TrueDao stayed in Peach Blossom Paradise for 5 years. Niu TrueDao has finally fully refined 2 amulets of skill transmission and protection. Their cultivation level has reached the Qi refining pinnacle. I heard that Tang Er became the sect leader after her grand wedding. She will only meet me during the new year. I have been cultivating in seclusion year after year. One day I will leave this place with my own abilities. The scene changes. Arrived in the capital, please have Mr. Lon personally pick up. Congratulations on Royal Prince regaining his freedom. Royal Prince has suffered. Haven't seen Mr. Lon in years. Royal Prince, rest assured. County Princess has been safe all along. You will be able to see her shortly. A group of people boarded a carriage and headed towards the outskirts of the city. Inside the dungeon, people kept pressuring me to reveal the whereabouts of the 100,000 Raven General under my father's command. I am puzzled. I have never heard of what a Raven General is. Do you know, sir? I heard that some people are plotting to put you, the Royal Prince, in a dangerous situation. They spread rumors, saying that the former Royal Prince once secretly refined 100,000 loyal souls into Raven Generals, waiting to be dispatched by a new master. I see. They must be eager to obtain the Raven Generals due to the dire situation of the Yin Empire. The former Royal Prince's old subordinates are being heavily purged. This has made the military morale unstable. General Xiao Dangyan in the north is even more furious, willing to surrender the city. There are also people in the Han Empire taking advantage of the situation to gather troops and become powerful. Currently, the Great Yin Empire is facing internal and external threats, already in a precarious situation. They released me from prison in order to lure out the 100,000 Raven General to stabilize the situation. If they fail to capture him, they probably won't let me go. As long as the Royal Prince can leave this capital city, you won't let them manipulate you. Get off the car for inspection. The gate guard interrupted the conversation between the two. Everyone had to get off the car. The Royal Prince is ordered to leave the city. I hope the general will go easy on us. Isn't this the little Royal Prince Shang Chaozong? Why are you dressed so shabbily? It's them, they stole my carriage. Please, sir, help me out. I didn't expect the majestic Royal Prince to be accused of being a carriage thief. Take him down. The soldiers approached the Royal Prince with their weapons in hand as they spoke. Your acting skills are truly poor. I have fallen to such a miserable state. People in the palace even send someone to bother me. Things have come to this. Please have the Royal Prince blow the bugle. What are you doing? The Royal Prince is holding a broken bugle and still wants to resist. Oh! As the horn sounded, Shang Victoria arrived with the troops. Bro, I'm here to pick you up. These are the Royal Guard, Heroic Vanguard, and Martial Fury Guard of the Shang family. The Emperor sent Lord Song to eliminate both vanguards. How come there are still remnants gathering in the capital? Shang Chaozong drew his sword and approached the gatekeeper general. Shang Chaozong, you mobilized the troops without authorization. Are you trying to rebel? You dare to act recklessly in front of me. Go die. Shang Chaozong took the gatekeeper general away with one stroke of his sword. Shang Chaozong actually killed General Li at the feet of the heavenly sovereign. The royal prince said, "Swords and knives have no eyes. It's better to hide back in the carriage for a while. Without the generals, they are like a group of headless flies. They dare not take action even if left hanging. Heroic vanguard, martial fury guard, follow me." Thousands of people were actually scared off by 500 riders. They're truly a bunch of useless things. With the courage of this kid, plus the rallying power of Shang Jianbao that still lingers. This time, the tiger has truly returned to the mountains. Brother, Shang Victoria brought people to the city gate to welcome Shang Chaozong. Victoria, the emperor, should receive the news soon. Let's return to the fief with me first and make plans. Okay, royal prince, your journey back home is bound to be very dangerous. We still need capable individuals to help. I don't know where to find the help we need. The scene shifts to Supreme Purity Sect. In a house of peach blossoms, a cottage stands. Within it dwells the peach blossom immortal, with gentle hands. He plants peach trees and in springtime's glow, picks blossoms to trade for wine, to enjoy the flow. It's a really good poem. Niu TrueDao hears a voice. He got up and sat down. Sober, I sit before the flowers in calm repose. Drunk, I lie beneath the blooms, where sweet slumber flows. What a peach blossom immortal. I made a casual joke. It's not worth mentioning. When Tang Yi arrived, Niu TrueDao didn't react. She usually only comes once at the end of each year. Why did she come today? I don't know who this distinguished guest is. This is County Princess Shang, daughter of Ning Royal Prince. Ning Royal Prince was old friends with Uncle Master Donghua before his passing. That Ning Royal Prince seems to be the current emperor's younger brother, Grand General ranked among the 3 dukes. It seems like she is a noble from the Yin Empire. What is she doing here? This is the only remaining disciple of Niu TrueDao Master Donghua after his death. Tang Yi introduces Niu TrueDao to Shang Victoria. Shang Victoria has met Peach Blossom Immortal. County Princess is being too polite. Peach Blossom Immortal, I really can't live up to this title. Please come in. Niu TrueDao returns the gesture with a bow. Soon, everyone walked into the room. This is the sword that Master Uncle presented to Ning Royal Prince when Supreme Purity Sect bestowed their grace upon him. Master Uncle once promised that he would repay this kindness within his capabilities. Now that County Princess and Little Royal Prince are traveling together and lack a Taoist priest bodyguard by their side, since Master Uncle is no longer here, it is Junior Brother's responsibility to fulfill this favor. My abilities are modest. It might not be suitable for me to serve as the bodyguard for County Princess. Many people in this sect may want to become a Taoist priest by County Princess's side, but she only came for Master Uncle. There are numerous experts in the Supreme Purity Sect. Why do they have to send me to act as this bodyguard Niu TrueDao and pretend to be pitiful? Remember, if you don't go, it will tarnish the reputation of the Supreme Purity Sect as being untrustworthy, leading to strict punishment according to sect rules. It seems that I have no choice. Alright, I'll go then. Niu TrueDao showed a playful expression. Thank you. Taoist priest Shang Victoria happily returned the gesture with a cupped hand and fist. County Princess refused to show her true colors from beginning to end. Isn't it a bit? Junior Brother must not be rude. It's okay, go ahead. Shang Victoria took off the bamboo hat. Removed the veil. The young girl had an ugly face, which startled the Taoist priest. I was abrupt. Please don't blame me, County Princess. Niu TrueDao quickly apologized with a bow. Okay, tidy up tonight. Tomorrow morning, accompany County Princess down the mountain. Got it. He stayed after the 2 girls left. Niu TrueDao picked up the sword on the table. He was actually about to break free from the house arrest of the Supreme Purity Sect. but he always felt kept in the dark. The scene suddenly changes. Disciple pays respects to elder. I heard that Niu TrueDao is going down the mountain to serve as a Taoist priest bodyguard for Shang Chaozong. County Princess is holding the Supreme Purity sect. It was the token of gratitude given to Ning Royal Prince back then. She personally came to us. How can we refuse? Disciple only knows the situation in the capital. We cannot send anyone to serve Shang Chaozong, no matter who it is. You are being overly suspicious, and Niu TrueDao is still quite young. Don't you know his abilities yet? We are just trying to appease Shang Chaozong. After all, this matter concerns the reputation of the sect, Elder Tang explained. Humph. Disciple understands. I will truthfully confess to Father about this. Yanqing, I am doing this for your own good. Can't you see that? For my own good? Tang Yi got married out of helplessness. They have barely seen each other in these years. She is still innocent. What? They actually? By now you understand. Everyone knows Shang Chaozong's situation very well. This trip is full of crisis. It's reasonable for unexpected events to occur. Song Yanqing is really gullible. He was brainwashed by Elder Tang with just a few words. By now you understand. The Supreme Purity sect has its own difficulties. You must make this clear. I see. Elder, rest assured. How can a disciple not speak up for the sect? I will explain clearly to those in the capital city. Niu TrueDao, you are doomed to die. The next morning, Niu TrueDao and Shang Victorias arrived at the meeting point. Master Uncle. The package contains gold and silver treasures, as well as dry provisions prepared for you. Sect leader instructed you to deliver this to Broad County along the way. A letter from the abbot of South Mountain Temple. Please remember to deliver it to the sect. The female disciple delivered the letter to TrueDao Niu. TrueDao Niu accepted the letter. Do I need to bid her farewell? Sect leader said you and County Princess need to hit the road. There's no need to waste time. So many years have passed. I ultimately have no choice here. County Princess, let's go. Tang Yi stood on the mountain and watched the two of them leave. I wonder what she was thinking. Soon, Niu TrueDao and the two arrived at the foot of the mountain. Someone blocked the way. Shang Victoria was surprised. After seeing that the person blocking the way was Tuhan, Niu TrueDao reassured County Princess not to panic. This is one of our own. What does old Tuhan need to discuss here? Tuhan leaned over to Niu TrueDao's ear and whispered, Do not eat the dry rations given to you by the sect. They may not be clean. Find an opportunity to leave with County Princess and do not come back. Also, do not reveal your identity as the sect leader's husband to anyone else. I am powerless and without strength. You want me to leave alone? Where can I go? Niu TrueDao gestured with both hands open. Don't give me that. You've been secretly cultivating methods and techniques all these years. Do you think I don't know? Tuhan's face was full of black lines. If the people from Supreme Purity are closely watching me and won't let go, how should I protect myself? You can go to Demon and Fiend Ridge to find Zhao Xiongda. He is your Shifu's junior brother. The amulet on your body can prove your identity. He will protect you. Demon and Fiend Ridge, Zhao Xiongda, I remember. But what do you mean by asking me to leave County Princess? Could it be that she will harm me? Niu TrueDao is full of questions. Do you really think that by following County Princess, you can live in peace? Her father annoyed the emperor back then, and her brother was expelled from the capital. There are people who want them dead. If you don't want to end up in trouble, do as I say. Take care of yourself. Tuhan waved his hand and walked away into the distance. This trip turned out to be so dangerous. Will I have a chance to return to Peach Blossom Paradise? Niu TrueDao fell into contemplation. Continuing the conversation. Soon, Shang Victoria brought Niu TrueDao to Shang Chaozong. Brother and sister, I have kept my promise. The Taoist priest has been summoned. This is Mr. Donggua's the last disciple, Niu TrueDao. Niu TrueDao quickly bowed in respect. He greeted the royal prince and Mr. Lan. "You're welcome, Taoist priest. Forgive me for being unreasonable. I have never heard of Mr. Donghwa. There is a disciple named Niu TrueDao. Mr. Lan, rest assured. There will be no false opportunities. I will explain when the time is right." When seeing Niu TrueDao being so young, many people hold a skeptical attitude towards his strength. How could such a young person have what cultivation level that allows him to be a Taoist priest bodyguard? It's unclear who is protecting whom. Is it possible that the Supreme Purity sect is just perfunctory? They casually send someone to deal with us. It's almost time for dinner. Niu TrueDao took out some dry rations. Old Tuhan said that these dry rations might have a problem. Forget it, let's not take them. I'm not surprised by whatever the Supreme Purity sect does to me. He casually threw the dry rations into the river. Soldier brother asked for some dry rations to eat. Upon seeing Niu TrueDao throwing the dry rations into the river, Shang Chaozong couldn't help but speak out. He actually threw away the dry rations. These cultivators really do not lack food and drink. They are extravagant with their resources. That's unreasonable. Royal Prince, take a look. Following his gaze, Niu TrueDao was tearing apart a cake with force. This person threw away the cakes he brought himself, then ate our noodles. Isn't this acting pitifully? Don't judge others solely based on age. When I visited Peach Blossom Paradise, he was sleeping under a tree. I initially thought the Supreme Purity sect was just brushing me off, but then he suddenly recited a poem. Following that, Shang Victoria informed the two of Niu TrueDao's poem recited at Peach Blossom Paradise. Shang Chaozong even praised the good poem. Mr. Lan kept touching his beard repeatedly. Since this person compares himself to a hermit and a great master, we should not underestimate him. Let me find an opportunity to test him. At night, Niu TrueDao sat by the bonfire. He took out the letter that Tuhan gave him before leaving to read. Inside the envelope were just a few sheets of paper. Good thing old Tuhan reminded. It seems that he's lying about asking me to deliver the letter to South Mountain Temple. The scene changes. The crowd continues to march towards the fief in a grand and magnificent manner. Since arriving at the village where Niu TrueDao had lived before, I wonder how the village is doing. A burst of bird calls interrupted Niu TrueDao's thoughts. Shang Chaozong reached out to stop the advance of the team. These bird calls don't sound real. Everyone stopped and prepared for battle. Niu TrueDao spurred the horse forward in response. A big man emerged from the bushes. "Lord TrueDao, is that you?" Monkey Niu TrueDao dismounted and ran towards the big man. "Lord TrueDao." "Monkey!" Then the two embraced each other closely. This made everyone feel awkward. You used to be as thin as a monkey. Now you are a head taller than me. Isn't it because I also crossed over and reborn? The tunnel collapsed at that time. I had nowhere to hide. When I woke up, I was in a small temple. The villagers nearby said, "A person named Niu TrueDao has become very strange." I suspected it was you. So I stayed here waiting for your return. I didn't realize that you had also traveled through time. Otherwise, I wouldn't have left the temple alone. We exchanged pleasantries for a while. Since you're a friend of the Taoist priest, I'll give this brother a horse too. The group set off again. Soon, the two of them talked about what had happened since their time travel. It turned out that so much had happened. Lord TrueDao from the Supreme Purity sect intends to harm you. How do you plan to resolve this? They are likely to make their move at the South Mountain Temple. We'll leave as soon as they think I'm dead. From now on, the sky is the limit. With the skills of you and me, my brother, no one can stop us. Recently, I have been on the road. I apologize for the lack of hospitality. Today, I have prepared wine and food to invite the Taoist priest for a few drinks. Thank you for the kind gesture, Royal Prince. County Princess, won't you take a seat? I am an ugly woman. I'm afraid it will affect the Taoist priest's appetite. I can't believe you can smile and openly admit that you are ugly. You are truly a strong woman. Let me entertain everyone by playing the zither. I heard that the county princess said the Taoist priest is extremely talented, able to turn words into poetry. I wonder if you can impress us with your elegance. The county princess exaggerated. Compared to the royal prince, who excels in martial arts, poetry is really not his strong suit. It's better not to mention it. This statement is not accurate. Good poetry can also inspire the entire army and boost morale. On such a beautiful day, please do not decline, Taoist priest. Then I will show my ignorance. Niu TrueDao stood up and walked outside the pavilion. The mighty Yangtze flows away, its waves sweep heroes' names. The rise and fall of fate's cruel play, a fleeting dance of flames. Mountains still stand in timeless grace, while sun sets low with gentle trace. White hair now crowns the river's lord. He watches moon in springtime's chord, with wine to calm his fears. The stories of the past are told, all now in laughter's light. This time it really hit the spot. I am feeling a mix of emotions in my heart. Taoist priest is indeed talented. Good words, suitable for raising a toast. Please let Taoist priest finish this cup. Shang Chaozong handed the cup of wine to Niu TrueDao royal prince politely. Just at that moment, a noisy argument broke out. Nonsense. How dare you say that our heroic and martial fury guard are trash? I'm speaking the truth. If you don't agree, let's compare. Monkey must not behave arbitrarily. Niu TrueDao was just about to stop the argument. No problem, royal prince stepped in. We also want to see brother Yuan Gang's skills. The two soon engaged in a duel. Don't say I bully you because you are not skilled in riding. Whether to have a horse duel is up to you. I don't care if you ride a horse or not. Either way, I can handle you. Monkey gave him a thumbs down gesture. Then don't blame me. After that, the vanguard rode towards Monkey on horseback. Monkey stood still and shouted loudly. He threw a punch. Vanguard flew out directly with both man and horse. A single punch shattered the horse. This kind of tough skill is really powerful. This person is truly a tiger general, as well. The friend of Taoist priest is extraordinary. Niu TrueDao felt embarrassed and scratched his head. County princess, look at how Monkey is causing chaos. I wonder if he has hurt this brother. It's all good. Brother Yuan Gang is highly skilled. I am completely impressed. This soldier looks somewhat similar to me. I will be arriving at South Mountain Temple soon. It seems that I can take advantage of this opportunity to get a clear look at the soldier's appearance. Remember Niu TrueDao in your heart. The scene changes. The camera turns to this side of South Mountain Temple. Two visitors. It's getting late. I wonder what brings you here. Prepare 2 rooms for us. Here is the incense money. The visitor waves a big hand. A pile of coins falls at the feet of the little monk. It turns out that the 2 benefactors are incense burners. Please come in, 2 guests. The house is run down. Please bear with it. We have prepared vegetarian meals. Please come to the inner hall for your meal, 2 benefactors. Just at that moment, behind the window of the small monk's room, there was an eye watching the approaching person. Abbot, they have finished eating all the drug food that I was supposed to eat. You can make your move now. I'm sorry. Once South Mountain Temple prospers and has many visitors, we won't do this again. Arriving inside the room, I saw the 2 of them lying on the table. The abbot was rubbing his hands together, looking very sleazy. The person lying on the table suddenly opened his eyes. What? Exclaimed the abbot in surprise. You monk who seeks wealth at the expense of others' lives. Do you still want to poison me? The person leaning on the table grabbed the abbot's neck. Spare me. I won't dare to do it again. These days, just follow what I say and behave yourself. I'll spare your life if I'm in a good mood. Someone is coming. Disciple Niu TrueDao of Supreme Purity Sect has been instructed to deliver a message to the abbot. The messenger presented the letter to the abbot with both hands. You must have traveled a long way. Thank you for your hard work. Please come in and wait for a moment. People from the Supreme Purity sect have arrived. Proceed according to the plan. Long time no see, junior brother. Song Yanqing and Chen Guishua appeared beside the newcomer. Swish. The newcomer swung a knife towards Song Yanqing. He managed to dodge it by leaning to the side. Then Song Yanqing punched the newcomer, sending him flying out. The newcomer's hat fell to the ground, revealing his face. You are not Niu TrueDao. Where is Niu TrueDao really? The monkey on the courtyard wall gazes upon everything inside the temple. The sneak attack failed, quickly informed Lord TrueDao. Monkey shoots out an arrow that pierces through the clouds. Thousands of soldiers and horses come to greet each other. Oh no! Suddenly a large group of soldiers and horses are attacking. Niu TrueDao and his group see Monkey's signal and rush towards the temple. It's been a long time since they've seen little royal prince. I heard that Niu TrueDao is now your bodyguard Daoist priest. Why waste food on this burden? Just hand him over to me. You injure the king's men, yet still dare to demand people from me. The Song family really has a big influence. Shang Chaozong was the one who made the first move. Don't force me to hand over Niu TrueDao. I won't discuss this matter any further. Then I'll see how the Song family dares to act against me. Saying this, Shang Chaozong drew his sword. Heroes and martial fury guard prepared for battle. Hold on, royal prince. At this time, Niu TrueDao stepped forward. Why risk exposing oneself, Daoist priest? Xiao Wan can handle things here on his own. Since they are targeting me, let me deal with this myself. Senior brother Song, I have already left the Supreme Purity sect. There is no need to be so ruthless. Niu TrueDao, you have violated the sect's rules. Today, I will clean up the sect. Chen Guishua present. Chen Guishua took the lead in launching an attack on Niu TrueDao. Prepare to die, Niu TrueDao. Chen Guishua charged towards Niu TrueDao. I have been diligently practicing the secret of heaven and earth for so long. Finally, it's time to put it to good use. Today, I will test the results. Niu TrueDao faced the oncoming Chen Guishua and struck out with a palm. Chen Guishua was instantly sent flying several tens of meters. After landing, he spurted out a mouthful of blood. He was actually injured so severely by TrueDao's single palm strike. You are too careless. Song Yanqing drew his dagger and walked towards Niu TrueDao. He actually made progress in cultivation. If I had known earlier, I shouldn't have given him the Supreme Purity Heart Sutra. Niu TrueDao, go to hell. Song Yanqing stabs towards Niu TrueDao with a sword. You are bullying too much. Today I will settle both old and new scores at once. Niu TrueDao drew out the long sword in his hand, the tie-splitting light sword. Countless sword chi instantly flew towards Song Yanqing. What? Only a miserable cry was heard. Song Yanqing flew out backwards, covered in blood. This is impossible. Fear filled Song Yanqing's eyes. Others also looked incredulous. Even the two cultivators from the Supreme Purity sect, who were defeated by Daoist priests, were amazed. Indeed, it's not something ordinary warriors can contend with. I was quite disrespectful to Daoist priests in my words earlier. I really have eyes but fail to see. In consideration of our fellowship as fellow disciples, please overlook the past and let me go, okay? Niu TrueDao answered expressionlessly. It would be great if we could end on good terms. But you insist on forcing me to act. What's the point of this? Junior brother, what do you want? The Song family can help you get it as long as you are willing. Spare my life, please. The Song family is nothing in my eyes. I just want to know one thing. Why do you have to kill me? Junior brother, all of this was instructed by Elder Tang. I had no choice. I have never done anything to betray the Supreme Purity sect. Why does Tang Susu want to kill me? Because you are Donghua Haoran's, the last true disciple according to the sect rules. You are the sect leader's top choice. Elder Tang wants Tang Er to secure the position of sect leader. As long as you are alive, Tang Er's position as sect leader will be illegitimate. Tang Susu wanted to kill me the moment we met. She forced me to marry Tang Er. Is all this to make Tang Er's position as the sect leader more secure? Haha, it's really sad. The Supreme Purity sect is to prevent internal strife. After a disciple advances to become an elder, they can no longer serve as the sect leader. And it is stipulated that the sect leader must designate the next successor. The idea is good, but ultimately, it is still being exploited for loopholes. Junior brother, I am also acting under orders. I can help you deal with Tang Susu as long as you spare my life. Let Song Yanqing, this villain, go. If you release him, he will only bring even more powerful people to come after me. Niu TrueDao asked Monkey to help him out. You're welcome. With a whooshing sound, a spurt of fresh blood gushed out. Song Yanqing took the box lunch in this way. Qin Guishua was scared and sat paralyzed on the ground. Qin Guishua, bring me back a message. Out of respect for Master's kindness towards me, I will overlook the events of these years. I have no interest in the position of sect leader. I will not return to the Supreme Purity sect and sever all ties with it. There will be no further involvement. If you dare to trouble me again, don't blame me for being ruthless. Get lost. Today, Lord TrueDao has already distanced himself from the Supreme Purity sect. Should we prepare to leave? Shang Victoria seems to have noticed that Niu TrueDao is about to leave. That's right, that's exactly what I'm thinking. Now Victoria, on a personal basis, kindly asks Lord TrueDao to stay and lend a helping hand to me and my siblings. Shang Victorias is trying to persuade him to stay. I'm just a humble cultivator with limited abilities. You should seek out someone more skilled. My siblings and I are in such a miserable state. Everyone avoids us like snakes and scorpions. We must strive to win over those with abilities. Moreover, Lord TrueDao is a disciple of Mr. Donghua, which does not bind me with my master. Let's focus on the matter at hand. Why should I stay and work for you? If you help our sister, we will do our best to provide cultivation resources. You and your siblings are struggling. How meaningful is promising cultivation resources? You have angered the Song family and cut ties with the Supreme Purity sect. The path of cultivation will be very difficult. We are willing to cooperate with Lord TrueDao. All the cultivation resources we obtain will be yours. As long as you are willing to stay and help us, we will join forces with Lord TrueDao. What he said does make some sense. I didn't expect them to hope that we would stay like this. Okay, I promise to stay. But let me make this clear. If the resources cannot meet my demands, please rest assured, we will not mistreat Lord TrueDao. Take me to see your brother. I want to take a look at the map first. Understand the surrounding situation and conditions. Niu TrueDao originally planned to leave with Monkey. Travel around the world. Since the siblings of the Shang family treated each other with courtesy, then I will lend them a helping hand.